What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a blessed Tuesday or blessed day if you're watching this, whenever you're watching this. Alright? Before I get into this video about Logan Paul and old Kevin Nash, I just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. I'm now at 134 subs, so that means someone unsubbed. I'm assuming it's funny how I got unsub after I dropped that Cody Rhodes video, so that probably will explain the person that just randomly dislikes my videos. So hey man, I told you, I'm like, this is not the channel for you if you're a Cody Rhodes fan. I tell you that right the fuck now. Alright, so hey, I respect it. You want to move on? Hey, that's cool with me. But enough about that, let's get into this video. Alright, first, now my understanding with this whole shit is that Kevin Nash started it first by saying, like, you got this motherfucker making millions of dollars while the boys are still doing house shows? Man, fuck you. That's from the boys. Alright, basically what he said. Alright, so, which he's correct. Logan Paul is not on the boys. Alright, but I'll get to that in a little bit. And Logan Paul responds. And I'm recapping just in case the intro gets taken down due to copyright. Alright, he was like, yo, and this after he's making like a little TikTok or Instagram reel or whatever the fuck. Right? And he was like, yo, I got people hitting me up telling me Kevin Nash is talking shit about you. And I'm like, damn, who's Kevin Nash? Like honestly, I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry, I'm not as versed in wrestling as my peers, but why is I'm so much better than them? You know, like, I don't have the answers to these questions. Like, I gotta be at least top 5 right now, and I'm a part-timer. So just imagine if I did do full-time, if I did devote myself to being one of the boys. He does a fake laugh here, like, you know, that kind of shit. He was like, fuck me, fuck you. You're just another bitter old head that's mad that I could do this better part-time than you ever could full-time. This is my sport, and I'll make guys like you continue to eat your words. Fuck me, fuck you. Now, first and foremost, there ain't no way I'm gonna sit here and believe that Logan Paul doesn't know who the fuck Kevin Nash is. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, who you fooling? He ain't fooling me. That's damn sure. Like, I was born, but it wasn't yesterday. Any fucking fan of professional wrestling that knows about the NWO, you know, the guy, he's the one that does that too. Sweet! I mean, that's literally Kevin Nash. He's the one that says that. Get the fuck out of here, man. Now, as far as him being a top 5 right now in the WWE, I mean, he might have a point. I mean, like, that's just to tell you how far the standards has fallen in the WWE, to where a guy, like outsider like Logan Paul, who ain't one of the boys, can just show up and pretty much outwork majority of the fucking roster there. And it's not so hard to believe that you got some of the boys in the back that are pissed off or feel some type of way towards Logan Paul, who's getting paid millions of dollars to do very little, alright, as compared to them who had to bust their ass to even get a spot in the fucking locker room. Alright, well, yeah, it's just how things are, man. I mean, he's the one that built a platform by himself outside the E. Alright, so that makes him more valuable to the company. I mean, again, Logan Paul doesn't need the WWE, especially with this whole Prime shit. Alright, the WWE needs Logan Paul, and that just tells you the state in which the WWE's in right now. Alright, and that's why he's not one of the boys. Alright, because he didn't have to go through jobber gimmicks like Oz or Vinny Vegas or be one half of the Master Blasters to try to make it. Right? And of course Logan Paul is a better wrestler than fucking Kevin Nash. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, that's not a fair comparison, because like Logan Paul isn't like 6'10" or 6'11". Like, I've seen Kevin Nash in person. That's a tall ass motherfucker. That's one of the tallest human beings I've ever seen in my life. I mean, like that man legit towered over everybody in that fucking building when he showed up at a local wrestling event that I went to, and he was one of the main draws there. And I didn't get to meet him personally because he came in too early. Like, he met the VIPs basically, but the people who paid extra. So he came in early and dipped out. He didn't even stay for the whole fucking show. So I didn't get to meet him personally. But yeah, that's a tall ass dude. And I'm pretty sure Kevin Nash never claimed to be a fucking work rate monster or the best bout machine. Alright, he's always been a mark for the money. That was always his gimmick. He'll tell you, he was always about making money. That's what matters. And that is 140% true. Alright? You can do all the fucking tope con hilos and suicidas and fucking flippity flips, all that bullshit, right? All the indie shit that gets made fun of. But if nobody's watching it, if no one's paying you to watch it, then what the fuck's the point? Which leads me to the last part of this little saga going on here. This Nash and Paul saga. Kevin Nash responds to the whole little TikTok that Logan Paul made. And he was like, whoa, like, I have no reason to be bitter. Alright? I have no horse in this race. Alright? And that tells you right there that was clickbait. Right? Like, Kevin Nash now send out the lure, and then you see the bass that is fucking Logan Paul. He bites it, hook, line, and sinker. There it is. He worked himself into a shoot. And all Kevin Nash really said here was like, yeah, I think the kid's got potential. It's just, you can't call yourself a top 5 if you can't go out there and call it on the spot. Alright? Like, you go, you get your bullet points, you have the match. And if you can't call it out there on the spot, you can't improvise, then in my book, there's no way that you're a top 5. Now, Kevin Nash 110% meant that shit when he said it on his little podcast of his. Alright, that Logan Paul doesn't have the ability to go out there and lead a match. Alright, like, of course, which I wouldn't expect a guy like that to be able to lead a match. That'd be crazy. You know what I mean? Now he would legit be a top 5 if he can fucking call a match, like on some like Benoit or Jericho shit. You know what I mean? I just go out there, just say fuck it, because there are guys like that. You know, who just go out there, just like give me the finish, we figure out the rest out there in the ring. And then there's other guys that I think like Vader, like Bret Hart, like they want to know, like, they do like a meticulous process on knowing what spot for spot. You know, they want to know exactly how the shit's gonna be laid out beforehand. See what I'm saying? And that's all Kevin Nash really said there. So it's like a 17-minute video, and the rest of it is just him rambling about some like irrelevant shit. You know what I mean? So my takeaway from all this clickbait is that both of them make valid points. Alright? Kevin Nash is correct in saying that Logan Paul ain't one of the boys. But Logan Paul doesn't need to be one of the boys. Like, I could tell you right the fuck now that, you know, any like those wrestlers in the back or in different companies that are bitching about Logan Paul and how much he's making, they would 100% would love to be in his situation. Like, if they could switch places, they'll do that shit in a heartbeat. Right? To get paid millions and work part-time, to take less bumps, to less strain and wear and tear on your body. Why the fuck wouldn't you want that? I'm just saying, you want to go out there and just put on banger matches for fucking 100 people, man. That's stupid. that's fucking stupid. Like, I understand paying your dues. You know, some people have to go that route. You know what I mean? But some people don't. All right? And if you don't have to, why would you? I'm just saying. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Logan Paul didn't need to pay his dues. Alright, he came in, again, he made his name on YouTube and social media to where he is right now. So he doesn't have to fucking pay his dues. That'd be crazy. That'd be fucking crazy to see Logan Paul. He's out there somewhere in like Kansas or Oklahoma doing a indie show at a fucking high school gymnasium in front of like 10 people, doing a buckshot lariat and a fucking frog splash or 3 amigos. See what I'm saying? That'll be fucking nuts. Hilarious, but fucking nuts. Okay? Not gonna see that. He doesn't need to do all that. All right. And Logan Paul has a fair point by saying he is better than a lot of his peers, and he doesn't even do it full time. And I see this a lot in wrestling, to where people get mad at so-and-so for making this amount of money yearly on their contract, right? Like, oh, he doesn't deserve that. Like, why the fuck would you pay this dude millions of dollars to do fucking part-time work? And I'm like, well, why? It's like, why are you hating on the player and not the agent? I mean, like, you're hating on the associate and not the business, not the organization. All right, like, I said this before, like, when I see like all these like crazy ass contracts in the AEW for people like Mercedes Moné or MJF or fucking Osprey or Okada, I'm like, hey, get their fucking money. You'll never see me come on here and criticize the wrestlers themselves for getting the money that they get. All right, I criticize the owner, the one who's making these negotiations, that's paying them the money. You know what I mean? Would I pay fucking Mercedes Moné millions of dollars? Absolutely not. Like, ain't no fucking way. You're paying all these millions of dollars for these people, and you still can't rack up over 1 million in viewership weekly on Dynamite. That's some sad ass shit. That's fucking pathetic. I mean, like, you gotta, I don't know, if I'm like Tony Khan, man, you gotta fucking do some reevaluations, man. Just saying. Right? But yeah, I'm never gonna criticize the wrestlers for getting their money. I criticize the people who are paying these wrestlers the money. That's where the skepticism, the criticism should come in. Like, for AEW should go towards Tony Khan. Right? For WWE should go towards TKO or Endeavor, whoever the fuck it is that's responsible for these contracts. One last thing I like to say, and this is about Kevin Nash as a worker. All right, like, I would never expect a guy who's legit like 6'11" to go out there and try to put on a 5-star match. I mean, like, that's fucking ridiculous. All right, again, he was a mark for the money. All right, him and Scott Hall, even though Scott Hall was 10 times the worker than Kevin Nash was. All right, but that's not about Scott Hall, it's about Kevin Nash. All right, yeah, like, people clown on him for having like 4 moves in his entire moveset. Like, well, when you're Kevin Nash, 4 moves is all you need. All right, just imagine that. He made millions with just 4 moves. I mean, that's pretty fucking impressive if you ask me. I'm just saying. All right, I don't expect this dude to be doing fucking like fucking Boston crabs, fucking tequila sunrises, dragon suplexes, fucking tope con hilos, and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? You don't need to do that when you're fucking Kevin Nash. All you gotta do is go out there, you do your elbows in the corner, you do a big boot, you do a jackknife powerbomb, and you go to fuck home. Alright? And you get your money, and you do the same shit the next fucking day. Alright? That's what the fuck you do when you're Kevin Nash. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of like, it's unfair to say that Kevin Nash wasn't a great worker when he never aspired to be a great worker in the first fucking place. And so that's why he made fun of Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit, calling them vanilla midgets. You know what I mean? That's where that shit came in. Which, he was extremely disrespectful in saying that, but at the same time, he kind of has a point. Like, I was watching this Psycho Sid shoot interview, and don't worry, I'm going to do that Psycho Sid video soon enough. I just want to come correct. Alright? He was talking about Benoit, and he was like, Benoit's a hard worker, but he's not a draw. And he's 110% correct. Benoit was not a draw. Alright, he's not the type of person that's going to bring asses to seats. Maybe with some people, but not the majority. You see what I'm saying? So, when guys like Nash and Sid say that shit, they have a point. Because they were draws. Now, for Kevin, it took him joining the NWO before he finally became like a legit draw for, WCW. You know what I mean? Like, it's on record that his year-long run as Diesel was one of the worst drawing fucking championship runs ever. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta hold that L, my guy. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say about this shit. Alright? I see where both sides are coming from, but I also see the flaws in both their arguments, as I mentioned in this video. So now I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about Logan Paul and Kevin Nash? Alright, are you on Team Paul? Are you on Team Nash? Let me know. Or are you like, you don't even know what the fuck's going on and you don't care? Which, I don't blame you. Alright, I just seen a lot of people talking about this shit, and then I see videos pop up in my time feed, so I'm like, Alright, let me check this shit out, man. Alright, there's always something going on in professional wrestling. Alright? So, let me know in the comment section, alright? Love it, hate it, comment, subscribe to the channel, it's all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. Alright? As far as my next video, I'm going to be working on the Monday Night Raw review. It might come out a little later than it normally does today, but I will get it done as soon as I can. Alright, and I'm going to do a video about Hernandez, aka Supermax, because apparently his ass might be getting cancelled. Allegedly, he might be on some Joey Ryan shit, if you know what I mean. Alright, so I might have to do a video about that. We'll have to see. But yeah, wish enough for you guys this time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, and trust in God. I'm out of here. Until later. Alright, I'll be back soon. But, until next time, adios.